Hey there, Chris here. It is May 28th, 2014. Today does mark my 7 weeks on testosterone, so that's pretty exciting. Every day that passes, I feel like there's a new change here or there, even if it's something small, and I feel like I am seeing more of the person that I envisioned for myself, or the person that I used to look in the mirror and kind of I could see what I wanted to be, I suppose you could say. Um, it's been quite a few weeks of just processing for myself. Um, I made a video on the loss that I have felt during transition, and that was a little bit harder for me, I suppose, than I thought it would be. I think to take a look at the things that I'm gaining is really, really easy. Um, I feel great, and I feel a lot of wonderful things about things that are changing, and things that will continue to change, and how cool that will be. So I think that that is a pretty easy no-brainer for me. And so to take a look at the things that I have lost, or the grieving that I have had to do during my transition, which may or may not get talked about, I don't know. But I think that that just brought up things for me that I wasn't expecting. One thing that kept running through my mind the last week or so was losing my lesbian identity. And although I never really felt like that was the crowd, I guess you could say, for me, I guess that was like the only term I could use to figure out what I was feeling. Maybe the loss of if I want to go somewhere, like to go out, like where am I going to go now? Am I still going to go to a gay bar? Even though lesbian women aren't going to necessarily be attracted to me, or am I going to go to a straight bar? Or, like, where do I go? Where do I fit in? I kind of feel like, if I wanted to go somewhere, like, where would I go? Like, who sees me for what? And who's going to, maybe see me for me, I suppose. So I think I was kind of feeling a little bit of a loss with my sexual identity, I suppose. And I couldn't quite put a finger on that. I just didn't know what to make of it. That's all I could keep thinking was, my lesbian identity. And my partner Shane is also transitioning, and I think that at that time, to go through that loss, then I was also thinking not only of the loss that I was going through personally, but then also the loss that I felt in the relationship. The loss of his female identity and what that meant to me as a person. And I think that that was more of the thing that I had to process. And the more that I started thinking about that, the more I just wasn't 110% sure that this relationship was the right thing for me. I I didn't know. I was having a lot of anxiety, I guess, about it. Um, and about what that meant to me. I mean, I'm not only transitioning to a man, and I have been attracted to women, and now my partner is transitioning to a man, and it's a little bit of a mind fuck there. So I've kind of said that, you know, I'm not ready to even explore my sexual orientation because I just don't feel comfortable enough within myself and in my transition to even think outside the box sexually, I suppose. It just feels like a little too much for me right now. It feels like I'm not only focusing on my own transition, I'm focused on his transition and then our transition together, and that's just a lot of change. And it's overwhelming. And I feel like for me, there's already a lot of stuff going on. I've got 2 kids and a job and just my own shit. And so I feel like I need to step back and put the focus on myself. And I don't feel like even a relationship is the right thing for me right now. So it's been quite an interesting part of my journey. I know it's a journey. I know there's going to be ups and downs. I guess I just didn't expect to like hit this brick wall like that and be like, feel like my world was turned upside down so much. I guess I thought it wouldn't happen to me. So, with that said, I do know that focusing on myself and my transition and my journey is the right thing for me to do. And I haven't always thought about myself. I've thought about others quite a bit. And although I have 2 little ones to also think about, I think that the next best thing for me is to put a little bit of focus on myself and sit back a little bit and enjoy the ride and just see where life takes me. I think I've always almost felt like I had to be in the driver's seat so much, and although I am driving it, I think that I want to make sure I'm going at the speed that I want to go at and do things for me. And so I think that the best way for me to do that is to not be in a relationship. And I think that's probably been the hardest conclusion for me to come to in the past several weeks. I've never really put myself first or allowed myself to be the focus. So I kind of think that I need to do that for me right now. And it's just not the easiest thing to do. So thankfully I got to see my therapist today. I don't think that her job was to tell me I'm right or wrong in the way that I'm thinking, but I was able to get some things out, and I am going to go back next week and just continue working on things and see where my journey takes me. So that is what I have been up to. Um, and we'll just kind of see where everything goes. I'm very hopeful. Um, and that's it. So, um, that's all I got. All right. I will update you all soon. Thanks so much. Bye.